Humbled by joy. November 21, 2014. A person that is great in humbleness has a marvelous amount of personal power. They don't move along their journey trying to impress anyone, nor do they purposely influence others. They are quite simply being. And what are they just being? Well, dear ones, they are being themselves, their natural self. And yes, people are often drawn to them magnetically, even though for the most part they are quiet, deeply focused, yet at the same time very much aware of their surroundings, but most of all, aware of their inner self. The person of great humbleness has no need to persuade, manipulate, or to act aggressively just to make a point or to get their way. What they do is listen. If they can help a situation they will, but if they cannot, what they are able to offer is their respectful silence. The dear souls that are naturally humble or who have become greatly humbled due to experiencing many traumatic situations come to realize just how precious life truly is, and they choose not to waste their time and energy in anger or hostility. They understand that in order to be joyful in life, to have peace in every step, one first must be able to love themselves in order to love others. Of course, choices plays a huge role here, as each of you already understand how difficult it can be to make the right choice. But how many choices do you make in hopes to please another? How many choices do you make that come straight from the heart, without the need to be influenced by another or in hopes to persuade someone? How a person thinks of you regarding the choices you make for your path should not be why you do things. It is important, dear ones, to take ownership of your journey. Others may try to tell you what to do, which way to go, but they are not the ones walking your path, as they must walk their own, just as you are. There is really no good reason why everyone cannot come from a humble heart, and express genuine kindness through every gesture. And every gesture and word is filled with confidence. It is more than possible to live a joyous life that comes from humility, forgiveness, gratitude, and all-encompassing compassion for all life. Sometimes you might hear little whispers, or prodding to what is to come next for you. What is next doesn't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as going for a walk, reading a book, enjoying some downtime, or starting a new project. Whatever it is you start next may not always appear to be connected to your unique higher purpose and mission. This is when you need to remember, everything you do, everything that occurs, all happens for very good reason. There are no coincidences in life. Dear ones, every next step you take will always be shown to you through simple means, from obvious things that bring you joy. As you make your way through life, you will meet all sorts of people from diverse backgrounds and culture. They may not understand your ways, and quite possibly you may not agree with theirs, but this does not mean you cannot be compassionate in your actions and words. Regardless how they live or who they are, it is more than possible to acknowledge their humanness as well as their divine nature. When you see another person, is it not possible to see parts of yourself? When you are in the company of others, even if it's part of a business meeting, a family get-together, or sitting on a cramped city bus, there is always an opportunity to assist, to heal, to help, or even to quietly comfort another person. If for some reason you feel there is nothing you can help with, not even from your presence, then, dear ones, it is necessary to remove yourself in order to not be pulled down by any negative energy that may be present. Even while walking the path of compassion, it is necessary to protect your precious heart and not allow others to use you as a welcome mat that we see in front of many doors. One of the best things you can do for yourself is to stop worrying about what others think, stop worrying about things that have little to no relevance to your life, and to allow your heart, mind, body and spirit to be filled with genuine joy. Only you can provide yourself a meaningful life, and you do this by realizing how many meaningful experiences you already have had, and open yourself up to be drawn to even more meaningful experiences that fill your heart with joy, so more and more synchronicities can accelerate your path to that of witnessing more miracles, more love, more goodness, more kindness, more peace, and more that God wants you to experience. As you are on this path, learning from experience what it is you want to do, which direction you want to take at every instance, It is important, dear ones, to remember that in order to deliver yourself to joy, you first must accept the sad and sorrowful parts. Paradox lives in your life. You cannot know one without knowing the other. Just because you choose one way of seeing life doesn't mean its opposite is not there. Think of the opposite just being asleep, and all things that sleep eventually wake. Sorrow, pain, discomfort, and other heavy feelings and emotions are important as they help prepare you for the joys and happiness life also has in store for you. When you are done with the sadness and the pain, then joy and happiness is able to sweep away any discord and disharmony, leaving you fresh and ready to take on the world. New always comes after you let go of the old. This sometimes can take a while because you must permit your sad feelings to leave. It's okay to no longer feel the pain or the sorrow of a difficult situation, or to finally take charge by no longer feeling sorry for yourself. Things will always get better the moment you stop living in the past, and remember what is all around you is a gift. It is the present, and you have the ability to make it move in any direction. If you want a life filled with continuous joy, then dear ones, only you can make this happen by becoming more aware of where your choices may lead you, and to accept each step as you go as part of the God's divine plan and part of your divine mission. To grow and develop, you must learn, and learning is best from experience and seeing from the heart that every experience holds something of value and holds many meaningful insights to your own inner self. From all the disaster and pain you see through the newspapers of late, the caring side of your nature comes shining through. You want to change the world. You want to bring an end to disaster, pain, and the hurt that you see on your television screens. The best place to begin making changes is with yourself. To free yourself from any old way of thinking and being so you may be as free as the divine birds that fly in the sky above. Instead of reacting with heat and anger while so much calamity is happening throughout the world, you can take on a tranquil demeanor, be genuinely serene, and at peace with your mind, body, heart, and spirit. You can smile as you walk past people, say hello, or good morning. It may not seem you are doing much to help the world, but you are. Every time you demonstrate peace, kindness, love, and respect, you are showing those around you even though there are others in the world in worse conditions, you are still able to love and to be kind and to live a life that is simple and joyful. Being genuinely kind doesn't have to cost a cent, smiling also has no price. Both are natural occurrences from those that live from the heart, who walk through life with a humbled approach, and see each interaction and every situation as something of value and to something to learn and grow from, not something they must tackle and force change. You are loving by nature. Now is a perfect time to show your natural loving side that is at peace with all life. And so it is. I am Ascended Master, Serapis Bey through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com